You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, one thing that we actually know about undisputed Shannon Sharpe is he is the biggest LeBron James fan on the planet. I mean, this guy is definitely over the top when it comes to one LeBron James. Now, he actually believes that LeBron James is actually better than Michael Jordan. Almost nobody actually thinks that. Now, if you believe that, hey, you're entitled to your own opinion, but you're wrong. LeBron James is not Michael Jordan. The Lakers, they are a dumpster fire. They're going to have a losing record yet again this year after a disastrous year last year. But they did win last night. They actually played the Grizzlies, and they won by a point. I believe the score was like 122 to 121. But right before the end of the first half, actually right at the end of the first half, there was an altercation between Shannon Sharpe and Grizzlies players. Why? Because Shannon Sharpe was actually trash talking them, and actually invoking the name of LeBron James. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Right here on Outkick, F you. Shannon Sharpe gets into heated altercation with Memphis Grizzlies players, Ja Morant's dad. Yeah. I mean, when Shannon Sharpe was actually on the sideline, we actually got the video clip here. They all had to be separated. And Shannon Sharpe actually got escorted out. But he did return for the second half. And I do believe that cooler heads actually did prevail here. It says here, all hell broke loose on Friday night between Shannon Sharpe, members of the Memphis Grizzlies, and Ja Morant's dad. Following the second quarter buzzer going off against the Lakers on the road, the sides squared off in an incredibly heated courtside screaming match. Dillon Brooks, Ja Morant, Steven Adams, and Ja's dad T were all involved in confronting the former NFL superstar. Security eventually cooled the situation and took Sharpe away during halftime, according to ESPN. And this is the clip right here. Let's go ahead and roll this here.
At the Crypto.com arena, Dillon Brooks was having words with Shannon Sharpe, and Hall of Famer and broadcast.
That's Steven Adams.
And you see Steven Adams comes over to protect his guy along with the supporting cast, and then Shannon Sharpe still talking, and T. Morant, Ja Morant's dad, comes over. Had an opportunity to talk to T. Morant, and he said, my blood pressure didn't go up a bit. Nothing but love and respect for Shannon Sharpe. It's a bunch of guys talking a bunch of trash.
And just silly.
Yeah, a lot of trash talking, and I guess that was the highlight of the game because the Lakers do stink. The Grizzlies are actually good, but everybody was actually talking about this. Now, this is what Shannon Sharpe actually said happened. He said, quote, "They didn't want this smoke, Dave. They do all that talking and jocking, and I ain't about that jocking. It started with Dillon Brooks. I said he was too small to guard LeBron. He said, F me. I said, F you back. He started to come at me, and I said, you don't want these problems. And then Ja came out of nowhere talking. He definitely didn't want these problems. Then the dad came, and he obviously didn't want no problems. But I wanted anything they had. Don't let these fools fool you now." Boy, Shannon Sharpe, but look here. It does say the undisputed hosts later returned for the second half. T. Morant and Sharpe eventually made up at the end of the third quarter, and everything was eventually fine. Quote, "Shannon didn't do anything. Hey, he was doing like we do in South Carolina. We talk our shit. South Carolina stand up." T explained to ESPN after cooler heads prevailed and tensions disappeared. In fact, T and Shannon appeared to be all smiles after the altercation. And that's the picture right there of Ja Morant's dad right there and Shannon Sharpe. Man, I guess that's some kind of entertainment right there, man. Shannon Sharpe and his LeBron James love. I mean, I guess the Grizzlies players like, nah, man, you ain't gonna trash talk us like that. And Got kind of heated right there. But you know what? Nobody was going to throw a punch. I mean, why would any of these Grizzlies players actually throw a punch and get thrown out the game? And why would Shannon Sharpe actually throw a punch either against these much younger players? Now, Shannon Sharpe is in very, very good shape. He's like 54 years old, but he ain't a young buck anymore. I mean, he's definitely an older man that is in shape. Now, of course, you know, he was a great NFL tight end, but none of them were about that life. None of them actually wanted to get into a fight. This is nothing more than what you would pretty much see in street basketball. A lot of trash talking right there. Nobody was thrown out the game. Shannon Sharpe was actually able to come back and watch the rest of the game. And I'm pretty sure he was happy that the Lakers did win, even though the Lakers are still under 500. This team is not going anywhere. And, man, that's it. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans. Shannon Sharpe gets into it with the Grizzlies and Ja Morant's dad. Now, that probably would have been more fun to actually see T. Morant and Shannon Sharpe come to blows. I mean, they're probably close in age. I'm not exactly sure how old T. Morant actually is. But anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.